Guess who's back?
You're now listening to Unapologetic, the podcast, with your two hosts, Trey and Reg, discussing any and everything unfiltered.
Good money, man. All right. What up, y'all? What's good with you? Welcome back to another episode of Unapologetic, the podcast. Y'all know who it is. Your favorite two North Carolinians. We back. Another week, another episode. What up, Dre? What's good with you, my man?
Man, I'm chilling, man. Another week, bro. Another week down. Well, midweek now. Just working, cooling out, man. Got me a new toy, man. Got my dream car, man. So I've been feeling with that shit, right? Make sure I got on the road today. You know, we legal now. First, I thought about riding that whole dirty yesterday, but I was like, I can't do it.
Okay.
Got too much to lose, man. But outside of that, man, you know, same old stuff. Kids still here. That time's dwindling down, unfortunately. But
right.
You know, I'm enjoying it though. Tired as hell, but I'm enjoying it.
Oh yeah.
What's up with you?
Keep you on your toes. I'm good though. I'm chilling, man. Not much. I actually I went to a concert. I went to see the Locks this weekend. That was my I guess you can call that late Father's Day gift to myself. Because when I saw the tour days early last month, and it was probably around Father's Day. I was like, you know what? Let me go ahead and I bought them tickets on Father's Day, really.
Okay.
You know, that's gonna be my gift to myself, because I ain't do a lot on Father's Day, you know, unfortunately. But but I enjoyed it, man. Think you know how much I love Jada, and I love the Locks too. So I mean, I had a hell of a time. Got to see they brought Benny out. That was like a surprise, like, 'cause nobody knew that, you know. Didn't even know Benny was there. He wasn't supposed to be there. Name wasn't on shit. So yeah, man, I had a good time, man. I enjoyed it, man. I enjoyed it. Just, you know, to have that, I hate to say real hip hop feel, but I guess that's what it was, you know, just to, you know, go back to the essence, because, you know, of course they didn't perform a lot of their new shit. It was both, you know, the classics. So
well, good.
Yeah. So I love that, man.
How was the crowd? Was it an older crowd?
It was a mix, honestly. I mean, but surprisingly, like, you know, when they cut the music off, and, you know, niggas like it seemed like everybody knew the words, like the song word for word, you know, going with them, niggas would stop, put the mic in the crowd, niggas. So I mean, yeah, I mean, it was a very interactive crowd, and you know, I felt like I was in there with a bunch of kind of like going to a Tar Heel game, you know, just like you in there with a bunch of motherfuckers, you know what I'm saying, that's just, you know, a fan of that team. That's what it felt like. Women too, you know. Yeah, it was cool, man. I enjoyed it. I saw that, man. Not a lot. I haven't done much outside of, you know, what I'm dealing with now. You know, me and you talked about that.
Right.
But yeah, I got to see Cayenne Anthony play ball.
Oh shit! Okay.
The other day, he lit it up. Nigga, let me tell you, when I tell you that nigga jumper looks expensive, his jumper looks expensive. Like that nigga game, his game is probably the best game money could buy, probably, from what I've seen. Like, I was like, I was thoroughly impressed though, man.
Okay.
Very smooth, very good looking jumper. I mean, form. I was like, golly, like, how old is this nigga? Like, there's a couple of these players that you look at and you like, damn, they might be the one. Like, they say Bryce might be the one, but I'm looking at, I saw, I caught the tail end of Bryce a little bit, but when I saw Cayenne, I'm like, yeah. Out of all these pro players, like, well, outside of like Steph Curry, for Dell, like outside of all these pro players, the child that I'm looking at right now that I see is thoroughly legit. Cayenne, man. Yeah. Okay. I haven't seen Gilbert's kid, but
okay.
And the Boozer twins, I ain't seen them either, but I heard about them.
Me too.
I heard about them, but yeah. That's pretty much it, man. That's pretty much it for me, man. You ready to talk some sports real quick?
Let's get it.
So we'll talk about Jalen Brunson real quick. Actually, you know what? Let's give some condolences first to Joe Bryant,
Right.
Jacoby, Richard Simmons.
Yeah.
Three sports figures, major sports figures, in their own rights.
Right.
For y'all that don't know, Joe Jellybean Bryant, that's Kobe Bryant's father, the late great Kobe Bryant. Richard Simmons, fitness guru. We were very young during his heyday. Very young. Very young. And Jacoby, we were adults during his time. He's most recent Super Bowl champion, hell of a player. Yeah, man, I don't have too much else to say on you.
Yeah, man, condolences to their family, dog.
Mm-hmm.
Rough.
I just wish the Bryant family, they could have patched up everything, because of course him and Vanessa not on the best of terms, and so his grandkids, he probably don't. I don't know the relationship with them, but I assume that him not being on the best terms with Vanessa, he probably don't have the greatest relationship with his grandkids. So,
right.
One thing, you hate if that is true, but Jalen Brunson,
okay.
He re-signed a deal and left $113 million on the table.
Yeah. I guess he's trying to show the organization how bad he wants it, how bad he wants to win a championship. In order to win a championship, you got to have the pieces, right? So, I guess he said you don't need that bread. Get that money out.
Right. I don't know. Listen. More props to him on that. I'm pretty sure that I'm probably 100% sure that you wouldn't leave that 113 on the table. I'm not leaving 113 on the table. When I think about it, I think about players like Isaiah Thomas, and a couple other players that kind of left money on the table or bet on themselves for a better deal. And we saw how it worked out for Isaiah Thomas. Was probably Dennis Schroeder was one of the most recent.
Oh my God.
So shit happens and you never can recoup that money or never gonna make that money. Isaiah Thomas was unfortunate because injury happened,
Yeah.
So yeah, man, Isaiah Thomas was injuries and Dennis Schroeder was his performance the next year wasn't as great. So so
he left like 50 M's on the table?
Yeah, something like that. Maybe 50 to 75, I want to say, maybe. Something like that. It's a lot.
All right.
Yeah. But it shows how much you want to win, like you said, and how much he's dedicated and believes in the organization, so but and obviously he don't need the money. Family
Right.
well off. Pops played in the NBA, and also now he's on the coaching staff for the NBA. But a lot of people were saying, this is what he left on the table is the difference between being rich and being wealthy, or generational wealth and all this other shit. So, who knows?
Well, maybe that's just not something that's high on his priority list. The man got some bread.
Yeah,
he got some bread to come over there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. We don't really need to talk about Summer League. I know you spoke about it through text the other day. Brandon Miller only played that one game. I saw that they said that was a one-off for him. Yeah, it was still weird to me. The Hornets front office, they all were in Las Vegas. They flew everybody that was on the roster out to have lunch, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Talk about the way forward, and Brandon Miller. I guess they decided he was gonna get a game, man, and I don't know if you saw the highlights from the Hornets games, but like on the sideline, everybody that was on the roster that had a guaranteed contract was there. So I thought that was a good look, far as, and they out there, they supporting. Of course, Brandon Miller was already out there because he was on a select team, the USA
Right.
select team. So, being that I'm not a Hornets fan, I thought it was a good look. Just the camaraderie and having people out there, and hopefully they build some kind of locker room, camaraderie, and I guess I can't even think of the word I'm looking for, but a culture. How about that?
Okay.
Hopefully, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, they just re-signed Miles Bridges.
Yeah, I saw that.
How you feel about that?
Um, I don't have a problem with it, man. Like, you know what I mean? At the end of the day, Miles can play, bro. You know what I'm saying? He can play. Is he wishy-washy at times? Sure.
Uh-huh.
But he's all right, man. You know what I mean? Like, give him some bread.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully he gets in the lab. Hopefully he looks at it as an opportunity to show and earn his damn money.
Yeah. The young boy, I can't pronounce his name, so I'm not gonna fuck it up. He don't look too bad. The draft pick, that draft pick.
All from the Hornets.
He don't look too bad. They're his upside comparisons and downside comparisons aren't too bad. I think his upside comparison was they said, who did they say? Is another big man, another stretch big man with a jumper, and they said his downside would be Aaron Gordon.
Okay.
So we'll see. They gave him a lot of Giannis comparisons, early Giannis comparisons before he bulked up and got muscle.
All right. Well, we'll see, man.
He
We'll
jumped in
see.
there and gave him a quick double. I think in like 12 minutes the other day.
Honestly, I haven't had the opportunity to watch any summer league, brother.
Yeah.
I told you.
Yeah. All right. Team USA
Okay.
struggled against Australia yesterday. I think they won by 6.
Okay.
Blew the doors off Serbia today by, I want to say, 20. It was a close game until the end of the third. You was probably at work during that time.
Yeah.
But I mean, they defensively, they didn't look good yesterday. Well, listen, Olympic Patty Mills is a different guy. Olympic Patty Mills is a different guy. That
Just
guy,
cut their ass yesterday.
yeah.
I wouldn't expect anything different, man. I wouldn't expect anything different, bro.
Olympic Patty Mills is different, but yeah, he gave him work. But today they locked in defensively and gave Serbia work. I really don't see them losing the game. Even though they had trouble against, I think, 2 of the 4 teams they played. But yeah, I don't see them having too much trouble. I don't. You got anything to say about Team USA?
No, man. I mean, I'm starting to think, based on some of the lines that I'm reading or the statements that I'm reading, like from Ant and all these other guys, like they just out there having fun, embracing the moment, and
Right.
they're having fun with Ant trolling them and all that shit. Like, so, when it comes down to it, let's just see what happens. Bring home the gold, do what you're supposed to do, and send KD and Steph and LeBron off, the right way.
Yeah. True indeed. All right, so ESPN has released the top 10 quarterbacks for 20 for this 2020 for the 24-25 season. I'll start at 10, go down to 1. We'll shoot some holes in it real quick if you want. 10 is Dak Prescott, 9 is Jared Goff, 8 is Aaron Rodgers, 7 is CJ Stroud, 6 Justin Herbert, 5 Matthew Stafford, 4 Lamar Jackson, 3 Josh Allen, 2 Joe Burrow, and of course that number 1 is Patrick Mahomes. We should call him the boogeyman.
Yeah, so I'm sure you didn't like Josh Allen being as high as he was. Much like I have an issue with Justin Herbert being as high as he is.
Okay, I'm with you on that one.
I have an issue with that. I have an issue with Joe Burrow, honestly.
Yeah, number 2, yeah.
Cut it out, right? Like, give me a fucking break, right?
Right.
But bro, like, there's so many things that come and go into this thing. One and two, it's all opinionated, bro. Like, who gives a shit, right? Let's just see what happens, right? Like,
Right.
Dak man top 10, okay. I mean, he just doesn't show up in the big game.
Yeah.
That's not a bad quarterback.
No. Yeah. Number wise and what he does throughout the season, he yeah.
He just don't.
I have an issue with Jalen Hurts not being in there.
Okay.
I think he's a weapon.
Is he a weapon, or is he being a weapon and being a quarterback could possibly be two different things, brother?
Yeah. But I feel the same way about Lamar too, though.
Okay.
I mean, Lamar. Well, I think Hurts is a better passer. Far as
Jackson.
Yeah, from I mean, he's grown into a better passer. The last 2 years or so. But I mean, that's debatable too from what Tampa Bay did to them in the playoffs this past year. So, I mean, but when I say weapon, I mean because it's multiple ways they can win the game, which they haven't done that as of late. I mean, regular season they've looked great. You know, but yeah, Josh Allen, he's a little too high for me for my liking. I probably wouldn't have. I would probably move Herbert out and have Hurts in there. I think there's an argument for I think there's an argument to have Jordan Love as well.
Okay.
Based off of last season.
I agree.
First full season.
I agree. I think he's going to take a major leap this year.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I agree.
So, I mean, that's just me, though. I mean, listen, I don't have nothing against Josh Allen. I just think, but ESPN is not going to, he's going to always be, you let ESPN have their way,
Yeah, it's because of his physical attributes, bro.
Yeah.
Like, let's just keep it real, right? Like,
right.
He's a big white boy that got smooth. You know
That's what I was going to say.
Come on.
What do you think the love affair is with Justin Herbert?
I have no clue. Right, I saw him in person in his last year at Oregon, bro. When they were out they came out to Tucson.
Not bad.
You niggas are crazy.
It's right on cue because what I saw in that game then was like, how is it? What is it?
Right.
Like, what is it? I don't know if he was playing not to be hurt. Like, I don't know, bro. Like, his game was just not that, bro. I don't know, man. I don't know. And even in the league today, bro, like, what does he want, bro? Like, what is he doing? Has he put his team in contention to win anything?
No.
Have they been close to winning anything?
Playoff game they went to, not last year, but the year before, gave up, a 20-some point lead to, who was it?
I forgot who it was, but I remember they gave it up.
Jacksonville? Might have been Jacksonville.
Probably so.
Trevor Lawrence and them.
Yep. Jacksonville.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, man.
Yeah. Oh, well. I don't think there's anything else in sports. Not unless you got something.
We can wrap that guy up, man. Put a bow on it.
All right. Absolutely. Well, I guess this kind of tie into it. So Monday was the home run derby, right?
Okay.
There was a young lady by the name of Ingrid, Ingrid Andreas or whatever else. And you gotta find this shit, dog. It's online. She did the national anthem. And when I tell you everybody's off the hook, Carl Lewis, Fergie, uh,
Yeah.
everybody's off the hook. That had the bad that had the bad national anthem. She let them off the hook. I guess she woke up the next day, saw
Oh
the
man.
replay and all the other shit. She went online and
That she was drunk up, right?
yeah, said she was towed down. Towed down.
That's the
And
thing to do,
yeah, it said that she was actually checking herself into rehab and she apologized to the MLB, to the fans and everybody else, you know. But yeah, that dog, when I saw that video, that shit was some of the funniest shit I've seen in my life, dog. Like
bro.
that
I
shit
heard her. I heard
terrible.
her. I heard her chewing up to say, "Oh, say I cut that shit off, cuz I cut that shit off." I heard all I needed to hear, dog. I heard all I needed to hear, bro. I'm like,
Oh,
whew.
listen, that shit was the worst. Like I said, she let everybody off the hook. That
Oof.
and you know that's bad, especially when you say Fergie and Carl Lewis.
Yeah, well, Fergie for sure. Carl
Yeah.
loses some shit too, but Fergie though, yeah, you
Yeah,
gotta let Fergie slide, dog.
yeah, yeah. She let him off the hook. That's probably the worst I've heard.
Uh-uh.
We don't got that much like person. So big news after we recorded last week was on the hug
Mm.
between Michael Ealy and Megan Good.
Yo, let's talk about it, bro.
All right. Yeah.
My man set up. Making the mic straight.
Nah,
Okay.
we good. We good. Yeah. So for those unaware, there's a video, a clip going around of Megan Good and Michael Ealy seeing each other.
Yeah.
They embrace. She let out some kind of scream or something. He picked her up, lift her off her feet, little twirl with it, set her back down, dap niggas up and real quick and that was it. Like you could tell by the hug that I don't know if they had something going on before or not. By the hug, it would have appeared that they did. But you can definitely tell they haven't seen each other in a while and they missed each other. That might be fair to
Yeah.
say.
Yeah, I think my man is a little out of pocket, bro. Give her a hug and shit, bro. Like you picking her up and twirling her on some Cinderella type shit, dog.
Hmm.
That's a bit excessive in front of her man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Come on, bro.
Yeah. Yeah.
Come on, bro. You ain't
Hold
got to
on.
do it in front of her nigga now.
No, you don't. Listen, they'll probably say we're a little sensitive, but like we talked last week,
No.
boundaries.
Would it be okay for him to do that? Would it
Uh,
be the same people that's going to say that we're sensitive? I would challenge them and have them ask themselves if their significant other did that to somebody else, how would they feel?
exactly.
Right? Pick them up, twirl them around and shit, right? And the way they cut the clip, I didn't even see him shake old boy hand.
So yeah, somebody did it on purpose because he shook
Yeah.
he shook his hand first, but because there's another video of it, and it was just like a quick little dap.
Well, maybe that ain't obviously that ain't his man. He don't know him
Yeah,
like that, probably.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
But yeah, you can't pick my old lady up like that,
no, no,
bro.
no, no. Yeah, if you know me or not, you can't. You can't. No. Does she play any wrong part in this?
I mean, she can't control that man picking her up. I don't think.
No. I have to look at the video see if she lifted her feet up when he twirled her.
Oh, she tucked them guys. You know what? She probably tucked them joints, bro. She
Yeah,
probably did tuck them, bro.
yeah. Nah, you let that nigga spin you, didn't you? Like no.
Hit that nigga the Fred Flintstone breaks, nigga.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Put your damn heel in the gravel type shit.
Yeah.
Nah, seriousness. Nah, I mean, to me, like you said, you said it like they had something going on. Possibly the hug looked like to me like they were just super solid.
Yeah.
Now, am I doing that to my super solid homegirl? No, but
Right. No. Yeah. Especially not in front of her man. That's what. Because and I would do that because I wouldn't want the same thing to happen to me. Like
that's what I'm saying.
regardless of what kind of homegirl it is for me, I got homegirls I'm super tight with that,
Right.
that I when I see them, I hug them, might kiss them on the cheek, and I might even lift some of them up. That's how. But they got a nigga with them. Nah, nah.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, no, I can't do it like that, homie. You're out of line, Michael.
Yeah, yeah. Look at that big lip nigga ain't go upside his head. That's one. Well, he can't. He in enough shit anyway. So yeah. Well, he knew who to play with and who not to play with. I guess. Like, yeah, this nigga ain't gonna do nothing. Yeah. How would you react in that situation?
We probably would have. I would have discussed it with my woman later.
Mm-hmm.
Right. I don't think I would have made a scene like,
okay,
like none of that. You know what I'm saying? I definitely would have discussed it with her though. Like, what tight time your man's on, bro? Come on now.
You wouldn't have gave that nigga a look at nothing?
Probably not. What the look gonna do?
Yeah. It ain't. I might have been a little shocked though. I might have been like,
yeah.
That's the time we on today.
Bro, you definitely look, you went into character just now.
That's the time we on today. Okay. All right.
I don't know. I probably would have said something slick. I know me, I would have said something slick. I don't know. Like, damn, y'all boys hell out here. I would have said something slick. I probably would have said something slick.
Just say that shit again, dog. Said it again.
But y'all boys hell,
yeah.
And that means so many different things, don't it?
Yeah. Hell yeah.
That means so many different things.
Yeah, it does. It does. It's like, oh man.
Yeah. That's probably what I would have said, bro. Yeah.
Then that's all they need to be saying. Hey, niggas know what time it is from there. Like,
yeah. I know a nigga from the South know what it means.
Yeah. Well, it's getting a little uncomfortable here.
Yeah, like, oh shit, like I probably should have did that type shit. I'm on notice. Yeah.
Oh man, yeah. It definitely would have been a talk.
Yeah.
Because I definitely live by that theory. Like, hey, don't do no shit you don't want me doing. Like, if you ain't got a problem with me, you ain't got a problem with me picking up a shorty and like we ain't seen in a while and we embrace and hug. I lift up like that's fine. Okay, that's and that's all fine. All right, I know where we stand, and I think that's where boundaries come into play. But yeah. All right, so Saturday there was an attempted assassination.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, we shouldn't have to explain what happened to nobody. I don't know if you want to or not, but
okay,
all right. Well, all right, go ahead.
For those who don't know or have been living under a rock, Donald Trump. There was an assassination on this gentleman. And I use the word gentleman loosely. While he was addressing, I don't know, where was he? Was he here in DC? Or where was he at? I don't know where
Pennsylvania.
Pennsylvania, right? The young man who attempted this assassination did get taken down. Dog, I don't know. I've looked at the video. What I told myself was that I'm not going to read too much into it, or I'm not going to look into it too much because, I'll sit down and try to dissect every single thing in the video and come up with my own conclusion. I'm not going to put that much stock into it. Now, this is heavy, right? It's heavy. it's heavy. And then there's people out here saying, some people saying it was staged, some people saying that the guy just was a bad shot. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
This is big, this is heavy, and I'll be honest with you, bro. I feel like he was gonna win before all of this. He definitely gonna win now, in my opinion.
Yeah, it
But I can tell you why.
go ahead. Go ahead.
Because I think with that, he's gonna use this as him embodying what America is about: standing up, being fearless, still standing on principle or morals or whatever the fuck you want to call it, right?
Uh-huh.
He's gonna take this thing and he's gonna run with it, right? Like it's like some movie type shit, bro.
Yeah.
You know, here in America, we love theatrics.
Boy, do we. Boy, do we.
You know?
Boy, do you. So I've seen the video. I've seen it from a couple different angles. Dog, I honestly on one hand, there's so much that says this was staged, but then
Mm-hmm.
but then on the other hand, it's like there's so much that could have went wrong for it not to be staged. You know what I'm saying? Like, what if the guy was, what if he ended up dying?
Who? Donald Trump?
Yeah, Donald Trump. What if he ended up dying? So it's kind
Right.
of like rolling the dice, well, we're gonna entrust this guy not to be accurate. That's a tough one.
Bro, they hit a dude in the ear, bro. Like, the concentration and what it takes to for snipers, right? Like what that looks like, right? I don't know what type of training this young man had. I don't know what he had going on, but there's no I just have a hard time believing that the guy that they showed me is very possible,
Mm-hmm.
but the guy that they showed me as the shooter has that much control that he can nick Donald Trump in the ear
Right.
on purpose.
Yeah.
I have a hard time believing that, man.
So there's a lot of theories that he didn't hit him. When they pushed him down or ducked him down, they put some fake blood on it. I mean, it's all kind of conspiracy theories, and we're not here for that. I mean, it's like I said, it's a bunch of shit. But there is someone that actually did pass away from, I guess, the one of the rounds that was fired. So condolences, to that family and that guy. But
Bro, that
yeah,
blood definitely like some bullshit though.
yeah. it- but you go into the picture that was shown, the video footage of him raising his hand and Secret Service around him, and you've been alive long enough long enough to know that that's not supposed to happen. He's supposed to be surrounded and covered. He's not supposed to be visible anyway for another attempted shooter or another, this guy to get another shot at him. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just a bunch of shit that just does not make sense with it.
Like, how was this guy missed to the point where he can lay on a building and shoot at Donald Trump?
That too, and they said is people that made reports said this guy was crying. They saw a guy climb on top of the building with a gun. Police went up there to I guess engage or whatever else to see what was going on. And I guess when the police officer or security guard or whoever got to the top of the ladder, the supposed sniper saw him and pointed the weapon at him, and he climbed his ass right back down. So I mean, I don't know, dog. It's just so much in this story. Like, man, um, and if you watch like 24 and Scandal and all these other shits, it's just so many theories. Even with movies, White House Down and all these other shit with you just like, man, I don't know what the fuck to believe because all this shit seems kind of movie type shit.
Theatrics, buddy. America loves theatrics, dog. I don't know, man. Either way, dog. I mean, the man didn't get knocked off. He's still here.
Right. Yeah. He announced his running mate, which is the guy that kicked his back in.
Mhm.
That's been kicking his back in for a while now. So that was kind of interesting. I saw that on the news the other day, and I was like, well, I mean, I don't know. And him and Kamala have agreed to have a vice presidential debate, so that'll be interesting. I will be doing a lot of watching this time around. I think we got 3-4 months left.
Yeah,
So it's time to look at all this shit and figure out what the fuck going on. This chapter 25 shit is very interesting, being that it will it's going to affect the military heavily. It's going to affect veterans heavily, and far
yeah.
as so it's I think it's a couple things I got to dig into and just look at and try to like figure out exactly what role is this going to play in my life and my children's life, moving forward. So
Real shit.
yeah, not to get too political, y'all, but yeah. I saw this question the other day, and I thought it'd be good to bring it here and we talk about it real quick. And it said what stops you from communicating? And I guess that's we can speak on relationship, well, any kind of relationship, whether it's intimate relationship or friendship.
What stops you from communicating?
Yeah.
I think. Well, me personally,
Hmm.
or well, I think what stops me from communicating is fear of being misunderstood.
Okay. That's a good one.
Yeah, I think, man, when I've been told that I'm brutally honest,
Hmm.
when in fact I don't think that I am, because if I said some of the shit that I really want to say, you know what I'm saying? I
Huh?
mean, I have way with words, bro. So, but it still comes off as being brutally honest. So, I think, with that being said, man, like I don't communicate a lot of times because I don't want to be misunderstood, bro.
Okay. I think that was so you put it in better words than I would have, because I would have said uh um not uh not taking whatever I said, not taking the way that it was meant. And
Mm-hmm.
that could be the way it was articulated or whatever else, but also I do think at times uh judgment might be one
Okay,
for me.
judgment's a huge.
Yeah.
That's a huge one.
Um I mean, at my age, I don't too much care about rejection. Far as in what I'm saying, but I mean, I think that could be earlier, younger me might have been one, and that's not just rejection, like relationship wise, trying to talk to someone, but just like I guess because that happened with friends in friendships too. Um, but you know, I think the myth, well, the judgment and them not taking it the way that it was meant is the big one, far as in or if I feel like I have over communicated it,
Okay,
if it's something I felt like I've addressed a couple of times before,
okay, okay.
then I'm like
Mm, don't even feel the need to revisit the shit.
right,
You said what the fuck
like
you said.
yeah, especially like because it could be relationship or friendship. Like I've told this person a couple times, like I don't play that shit or
Yeah,
like treat me a certain way, this whatever else,
yeah,
and now
yeah.
here we are. you know uh so I think those would be a couple for me.
Okay,
You know I try to be as transparent as possible and try to communicate. These days I try to communicate as much as possible anyway. I do feel like I communicate too much sometimes, but whatever. What's the best way to build mental or emotional intimacy?
Learning your partner first, man.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Learning your partner first, man, because that's important, bro. Right? Like, what is it that you want?
Mm-hmm.
What is it that you like? What are your expectations? What don't you like? Right? Having them candid conversations, man. Dog, I'm telling you, if you just had a conversation with a motherfucker, man, life would be so much easier. I guess. I mean, stemming. I mean, you look at it. We just talked about communication or whatnot, but having those conversations, especially when it comes to that department, because a lot of people that shit will make or break a lot of relationships.
Yeah.
Right? The intimacy part, bro. Right?
Yeah.
Like it'll if that shit ain't right, if the octagon ain't right, cause God,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
ain't no contract, man.
Yeah. Hey, listen,
I'm not getting in the ring.
right. I agree with you 100%. I think the observing part and the communication conversation part, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And it could be something as simple as just watching TV and like, hey, how you
Mm-hmm.
feel about that situation? Was
Yeah,
homie tripping or was she tripping or whatever, blah, blah, blah. You know what I'm saying? And then I love to do that shit.
I love those type of conversations too, man. Um, One thing I say for me, bro, I try to um it's funny you talk about TV shows. Like I'm trying to
Mhm.
expand on the type of television that I watch, just so that I do have some type of I'm able to have some type of conversation about it. If it's something that's popular or
Mhm.
whatever the case may be, like right, that's something that I would like to do.
Yeah. Listen, I got some choices for you. I got some lists for you. Having them conversation. Even watching some of them the Tyler Perry movies, the one that just came out, Divorce in the Black.
I watched it the other night.
Yeah, I mean that's good. Like it's a bunch of shit going on in there. You can be like, hey, because when I was watching, I'm like, damn, da 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 da. Just think about
Yeah,
it, like, man, like you know what I'm saying? Yeah, but and I feel like a lot of movies like that, a lot of them just generate those conversations that you're gonna find out a lot. You're gonna find out a lot you might not like. You're gonna find out a lot that you will like. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
And you know. I think that builds even if it's something you don't like, it's going to be something that you can work with, and you building that, regardless, that communication, the conversation y'all are having, deep thought,
yeah.
thought provoking conversations, so you building that intimacy.
Absolutely, absolutely,
you know so
absolutely. I agree.
i I go with it. I'm thoroughly with that. Have you learned or mastered the art of not giving a fuck, and if so, what helped you do it?
Man, as much as I say, as much as I say, I don't give a fuck. Because I say I don't give a fuck about a lot of uh, a lot of the time it's not true, man. I just got a mean poker face. I know how to channel my emotions, man,
Uh-huh.
and put it on the back burner. You know what I mean? Or even show it or put up a good poker face, bro. But in all actuality, I care a lot about shit, man. Like I'm a pretty sensitive dude. You know what I mean about
Uh-huh.
shit, right? Like I ain't no bitch, but at the same time, right? Like I feel, bro. You know what I'm saying? I do. I
Yeah.
feel. Uh, and so not giving a fuck for me is very, very, very tough.
Mm-hmm.
Full transparency.
So I'm not going to bring up the book, because I did read that book.
Right.
I do think, a couple years back, I really like put myself in a position or mode to where I had to understand or realize that, like, hey, at times you worry about things too much that you don't have no control over. You know what I'm saying? So just like and I feel like once I like, I'm not gonna say I mastered that, but once I got like some kind of control over it and
Yeah.
learn how to, kind of like um deal with that better, a lot of things in life had, changed or got better for me, you know what I'm saying? Because, true indeed, like we all say that shit a lot of times, but a lot of us don't like live up to it. Like a lot of us worry about shit that we can't control. We have no
Yeah.
control, So I
I agree.
think that was one of the best things for me.
I agree.
One of the best. And I think for a lot, a lot of our listeners, you find yourself in that situation like that. That's one thing. Like it's hard. Like relationship wise, whether it's friendship, intimate, or just whatever. I mean, a lot of the shit you can't control. You can't make nobody love you the way you want them to. They gonna, what I'm saying. You can't make nobody be in a relationship with you. You can't make nobody treat you the way you want to be treated. You can't. So it's a whole bunch of other shit. Like once you realize and figure that shit out, and just like, you know what, I can't control that shit. I'm gonna do me and what's best for me, and hopefully the things pan out. But I'm still gonna be, if it's relationship wise or whatever else, I'm still gonna treat this person as they should be treated. So, you know, it's a lot of ins and outs with that shit, dog.
Right.
A lot of ins and outs. And I'm with you. Like it's hard not giving a fuck.
Yeah, man.
And I think in the military, I think it helps us out with that a lot too. You know what I'm saying? Because you kind of have to become a little numb to a lot of things. You know what I'm saying? Like leaving your family, missing birthdays, missing holidays, missing this and that. You know what I'm saying? Like as much as that shit hurts, early on, after a while, it's kind of like, damn, I'm missing my baby birthday, but I gotta do this, I gotta do that. A lot of people that not in the military couldn't imagine that. It couldn't deal with that. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, dog, like I'd be torn apart if I had to miss my baby's first birthday or a childbirth or this or that.
Yeah.
Mm.
No, man, you're right, man. It does. The military definitely desensitizes you to a lot of shit.
Mm.
Right. And I think I've tried to over the years hold on to certain shit, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or try to take certain shit serious because I know I'm affected by it, right? I'm a product of it. So yeah, you're absolutely right on that, dog.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, man. Let's these sound like unapologetic truth, but they wasn't. So
Right, that's crazy. What the fuck is on that notepad, sir?
All right, we gonna jump into these unapologetic truths and we'll get up out of here. All right. If you could be a house husband, would you do it?
I don't think I could, bro.
Hmm.
It all depends on how much money she bringing in, though, bro. It all depends on how much money she bringing in, bro.
I was gonna
You
say,
know, yeah, this depends, bro. Like, what we talk? We talking Kim K money, or are we talking? You know what I'm saying? Kyla Pratt money, dog. What we talking?
oh man, I don't know. Let's. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. All right, so
Are we talking Kyla Pratt money, or are we talking Kim K money, dog? Like, there's a difference.
um let's go with Kim K money.
Yeah, bro. Or like Oprah money. Like, I could be like Stedman and shit.
And listen, we talking enough to where you ain't got to do shit if you don't want to.
I could do it for that money. I could do it. I think, Reggie. I think.
Oh, could I? I could. I think it'd be very tough though. It had to be a big talk about it.
Stay at home and do what?
Yeah, work out, play ball. I don't know. Make sure shit was good. I mean, that type of money, you ain't cooking. I mean, you got a chef, probably.
Right. So if you're stay at home, like, so you ain't doing nothing.
I mean, you gonna have to find something to do.
I would
Work.
imagine you with somebody they got some money like that, they would have you doing something to
Yeah.
benefit, like to help towards the pot or
Right.
help towards the money. You know what I mean? The money. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I would imagine. I don't know, but
Right. Yeah. Because I mean, I think it's definitely like, listen, when we get into an argument, are you throwing this shit in my face? Like we got to have these, like we got to have these type talks and discussions. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to hear. I don't want to be no broke ass nigga when when we get into an argument. You know what I'm saying? Or you tell me I can go sleep out there on the sofa or some shit. Like, oh, like hold on.
you take your black ass back to Durham, North Carolina for all I care.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, you call
Take
Tyrone,
your
nigga. I don't give a fuck.
shit. I want me to call you a taxi, bitch.
Yeah,
Nah.
you got it.
I don't know, man. That's rough.
Yeah, I mean, uh, I, it'd be tough. It would be tough. I would still, in a sense, want to have my own,
Yeah,
whether it was something out, small or minor I'm doing, because I think that's just me. Because I don't want to feel like completely dependent on nobody.
my nigga. But what are you doing if your woman is a mega star, bro,
Right.
papered up? What are you doing? You're not clocking into anybody's
No,
job.
no.
What are you doing? You're probably podcasting with me.
Yeah. We're gonna have to make some money off it somehow. We gonna have to, being that she, we got a
She
following. We have a following.
because of who she is,
Yeah,
right? We got to ride
absolutely.
that. We got to ride that
Absolutely.
wave. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Now
Yeah.
we talking. All right. Now
Yeah.
we talking.
We
All right.
got
It's
to.
smart. Being smart. Yeah.
We got to. Listen. Um, let me see. When or you know what, let's okay. When or how do you decide if it's time to be selfish without feeling guilty about it?
When there, whatever it is that's on your brain, on your heart, you feel strongly about it, bro. Right? Like for me, if I feel strongly about some shit, it's gonna be very hard to change my mind, dog.
Mm-hmm.
Very, very hard to change my mind.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Because I mean, I'm not saying I can't be wrong, because I am wrong in some places, right? I am, but I ain't gonna hold you, my nigga. A lot of times I'll be right. You know what I'm saying? The shit play
Yeah.
out exactly how I think it's gonna play out. So, you
Uh-huh.
know what I mean, right? So I trust my own judgment more than I trust anybody. I bet on me, man. You know what I'm saying? So if it's
Mm-hmm.
something strong, that strong where it's like, all right, dog, like, yo, I'm not fucking, nigga. That stove is hot, nigga. I'm not touching it. I don't give a fuck
Yeah.
what you say. That
Mm-hmm.
shit is hot.
Yeah.
I'm gonna stand on my shit, bro. If I feel strongly enough, I'm gonna stand on it.
Right. Um, as far as me, I feel like when I feel like I'm doing too much for others to where they aren't, I'm doing more for them than they're doing for themselves, or even attempting to do for themselves, or I feel like I've put myself on the back burner.
Mm.
I'll look at it to where, okay, I need to be a little selfish with, with my time or energy or whatever else, whatever else whatever it is that I feel like I'm not being selfish with. I might feel like, okay, I need to focus on me a little more at this time right now, you know. Um, and I think that's something that we all need to think about sometimes. I mean, I don't think I do think there's times to where you can and should be selfish, especially with yourself, especially if it's involving mental health or
Mm.
anything like that. It's
I'm
needed.
with, I'm with you.
It's needed. And I don't think there's nothing wrong with it. People, of course, there are some people that make you feel guilty about it, but I mean that's always the case when you decide to, I guess, put yourself first at times.
Right.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah. Um, what makes you think that you are not sexually compatible with a woman after you've been intimate with her a couple times?
What would make me?
Yeah.
Um, Probably not wanting it. all the time, or probably not thinking about her in that light,
Mm-hmm.
or probably not daydreaming or fantasizing about the good things going on and thinking about all the things that went bad in the bedroom. Right? I think those would be indicators for me like, I'm cool.
Yeah,
Uh,
I yeah, well, I think chemistry definitely one. Chemistry. If there are some things that like that I have that I may not compromise on that
mm,
she just don't do. Um, that's another one. And that comes after a couple times. You might notice like okay, like you know, but also it's something that I have probably have had to say, that we have had talks like, okay, you like this, you like that, I like this, I like that. And when you realize, okay, this is not something that she does or she likes to do, then it might be one of those like, well, yeah, there's like we aren't compatible here in this area. So you might,
right.
so yeah, I think for me the chemistry will be a definite big one. A definite big one. And everybody isn't compatible. Everybody isn't
You know,
compatible. But as long as you communicate and let them know like what your expectations, what you like, and and that's one thing. Like because I'm pretty sure you ran into it. Like don't tell me, if I tell you my expectations what I like, and you tell me, it ain't like, oh, that ain't nothing. Like you can like that's something you're not opposed to, and then but you really are like don't do it for me. Like if you don't, if that's not you, you don't do it, then it is what it is. Like we can figure some shit out. If not, then that's part of life.
no. Fuck all that. Do that shit for me. But eventually, and I'm saying that because the things that you don't like, or things that that woman may like, or whatever, I'm going to
Mhm.
give it a shot. And
Right.
if I can get it right, I'm going to continue to do it. But if I
Yeah.
can't, I'm not. And the same thing I would hope applies for a woman when it comes to me,
Hmm.
right?
The only thing I say about that is like at times when people doing shit that they don't like, they don't tend to put the effort into it. Not
Well,
all, not all.
no, I'm not saying what I don't. Well, it
Yeah.
doesn't necessarily mean that you don't like it. It just means that you're ignorant to it.
Right.
That's
Well,
what I was talking about.
okay. Yeah. Okay. Because let's say, for instance, and I know this would probably be a hard no for you. You meet a woman that don't like to give head,
Mm,
right? But she said, you know
mm.
what? You like it, so I'm going to do it.
Yeah, do it then.
Yeah. But that effort just might not be, you know what I'm saying? Just because, I'm just doing this shit for this nigga. Like,
I'm an excellent coach. I'm A1 in coaching, cuz.
Oh, man.
I'm A1 in coaching, cuz. Listen to me. I'll lead you to the promised land.
I won't lead you astray, right?
What? I would not.
I will not lead you astray. As all right. Yeah. I don't. You got any more you want to add to that?
Nah, man, I'm cool, dog. We can get up out of here, dog.
All right.
Well, as always, man, shout out to you, big dog, for keeping this thing afloat, man. Been a long week, it seems, for the both of us, man. But yet,
Yeah.
still, bro, I still appreciate it and enjoy getting on the pod, man, and rocking out with you, bro. And I appreciate you for everything that you do for this pod, man. Shout out to the home team, man. Shout out to my homeboy, my player partner Justin, man. He turned big 4-0 today.
Oh shit.
Uh, much love to you, big dog. Much love to you, big dog. Man, he's had I've been on air and said that, shit, the past 2 years, man, have been unbelievably stressful and eventful for that young man, dog. So for him to still be standing, bro, still fighting, man, I salute that man, dog. Shout out to the home team again, man. Shout out to my baby. Shout out to my support system. Shout out to all our viewers and our listeners, man. We appreciate you so much, man. And again, I have to apologize because it was primarily me as far as the brief hiatus that we went on, man, and me trying to get into the groove of things. But you know, make sure that I stay on my shit so I can take that. I take the hit for that. And it's always mental health is real. Myself and Reg may not be subject matter experts when it comes down to it, but I can assure you, before you harm yourself and you harm others, please tap into Unapologetic Pod via IG and Facebook, or our individual IGs and or Facebook. And I can assure you we will get you the help that you need. Other than that, big dog, you already know what's going on with me. Different toilet, same shit.
Yes, sir. And as always, man, like, I appreciate you as well, man. We've been doing this for a good while now. Don't even, I mean, feel like it's just natural, normal. We get up here. We probably don't even have to have no times. We just get up here and go.
Facts.
But yeah, for everybody, like, share, subscribe. To everyone that support us, I appreciate it. To family, to my babies, everybody. I just honored to be, in the position I am in life, and to have the people that's around me that I do have around me. It means a lot, man. I can have so much more, but I can have so much less. So I'm just completely happy with where I am and what I have. So yeah. But thank y'all for tuning in to another episode. And as always, we're unapologetic, we're unfiltered. Y'all know who it is. It's your favorite two North Carolinians, Dre and Reg. We will see y'all next week. We out of here, y'all.
Take it easy.
You know what it is. Thanks for listening to another episode of Unapologetic, the podcast. Don't forget to share, like, and subscribe.
Better follow me.